Yo, what's going on, guys? Jared here, and I'm joined with Aditya, who just got first place at Texas Regional. Where was it again? I always get the name.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas Regional, yes. First place, Unchained profile, and he's just going to show you guys the deck list real quick. If you want to explain anything, feel free to explain, but I feel like I'm a Unchained connoisseur on the channel, so any explanations are always welcome.
Sure. So we start three Aruha, one Rakeo, one Sarama. These are just like the regular twins. We're playing Tour Guide, so you don't want like any like conflicting normal summons.
Mm.
So I chose to play like the one Rakea is essentially just an extra normal summon. You don't want to draw this card. This card is like really, really bad to draw.
Right.
Then three Charvara, one Shyama, one Abominable. I wouldn't change this. This was fine. I drew this like a lot, but it was okay because I pitched it off of a bomb soul and it gave me a way to keep playing that my opponent wouldn't like expect.
That's always like sick doing that. Did you ever find yourself running low on like engine with like the one Rakeo, one Sarama?
No, if you're playing correctly, you shouldn't be going through your deck for engine that much. You should be adding back from grave almost always for Yama.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Like I never like summon the Rakea. Like if I do like the normal like Aruha trap or Sharvara trap line, I'm never summoning Rakea like out of my deck turn 0. I'm usually like keeping this in deck half the time. Like this comes out and then this always gets added. It's either this or this that always gets added back off the link too.
Okay.
And then we're playing Tour Guide, 3 Tour Guide, 1 Fiendish Rhino. This is essentially like 4 normal summons plus the 1 Rakea, so it's like 5 summons and 40 cards, which is just like kind of the optimal number for any of your normal summons. I see people who want to play like more of the Rakea and more of the Sarama. I just feel like if you draw conflicting normal summons like that, you're just not going to be able to like play through boards as well. And this was fine. This card's insane. It's a 1-card starter, and there's so many times where my opponent just tries to hand trap this with like an Ash, like an Imperm or a Veiler. You just like change Charvara and they lose a card for free. It's the same thing. You normal summon this like towards the end of your combo. So like you try to bait out all their hand traps. Like if they try to Ash like one of the traps,
Right.
you just normal summon this and then they're sad.
Yeah, it's just full combo anyway, so it doesn't even matter at that point.
Exactly. You never like lead with Tour Guide unless you absolutely have to.
Right.
Spells, 3 prison, 3 pot. This is just pretty normal. I sided this out a lot for thrust because there's some matchups where like the grind game is too much. So
I'm actually surprised. I didn't think that would be a like a side deck choice for like switching out.
So I played the Unchained Mirror once, and I sided out the Prosperities because you need your entire extra deck for that matchup. Like there was one time where I made Caesar, it only burned 1 negate, but he like set like 2 traps, and I knew he had a Sharvar in hand still. So he played like pretty conservatively. On my turn, I just made the second Caesar.
Gotcha.
And he really just couldn't play at that point.
Yeah, you just need enough of them. Eventually, they'll stop.
Then the traps, 3 escape, 2 a bomb. It's the same concept as the normal summons, except like you're already playing so many ways to get into your engine with a bomb and prosp that like 5 is probably the optimal number because you just really want to like open one of these or open a way to one of these.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You don't want to draw 2, right? It's the same concept as normal summons. The math. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is the only one that's like it's okay to draw 2, but like you ideally want to draw 1 because you do want to see your non-engine as well.
Right. Yeah.
And then the rest is like all non-engine. I dedicated 25 slots to engine, which is including the prosperities, and then the other 15 slots is all non-engine just for math's sake, because like your ideal opening hand is to be opening like 3 things that are engine and 2 things that are non-engine.
Okay.
Played 3 imperm, 3 nib, 3 droll, 3 ash. And this was like a really clutch change that I made over Book of Moon. I played a Ghost Mourner, and 1 tactics for the siding pattern because we play thrust. This was really, really good because I wanted to respect Manadium, and I knew that a lot of people would have been on Manadium for this event.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play against a single purely, so I didn't miss it at all.
Oh, that's fine. But that engine worked out. Those 15 for non-engine. Obviously, you won, so I would assume it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Extra deck, 3 Yama, this is really, really good. There are some games where I think there's only 1 or 2 games actually that I went into the third Yama, and that's one of those games is where I sided out Prosp.
Mm-hmm.
2 Rage, 2 Anguish. If you do Prosp, you usually banish one of the Anguish, but if you realize that you need it, a lot of times like I just banish 3 at the end of my combo, or like to get to get into your combo, you have to banish 6. At the end of your combo, you just banish 3.
I agree. I don't see a lot of people talking about that with Prosperity, but I think that's like a very good logic to have while playing the card because you already accomplished what you already wanted to. So now you're just kind of like looking for extra at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have 15 non-engine, so you have a lot of things to get to it. So more than likely you'll see it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, a bomb. You just need 1. You can recycle this really easily. Doesn't really matter that much.
Has Unchained in the name. It's so strong.
There was one time I like baited my opponent to not nib me. I had like a bomb Rakea, and they thought like I couldn't kill. I just swing, and they go Rakea, pop the bomb, and then summon it back with Yama, and then summon Soul from hand, and I just swing for another 6k. And then it was just a nice jump scare.
I love like cheeky OTK stuff like that. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. 1 Muckracker, 1 Unicorn. This came up so much. This surprisingly didn't come up enough for me today, just because games ended super quick.
Mm-hmm.
1 access code. I was borrowing this from a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 Underworld Goddess. This didn't come up for me, but in theory, it just like you should still be playing this, even for the purely matchup or for any like towers decks.
Yeah.
Even in the mirror, it's pretty good, and against branded, they actually have like a tough time outing this card.
I still can't believe that the card's a fiend. I saw people were playing that. I was like, wait a minute, you can make that under all the restrictions and shit. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And then the last choice, we made 2 Caesar, and then the 1 Zeus for the random jump scare out of battle phase with this.
Mm-hmm. Did Zeus did Zeus and access code come up? Those are like the 2 that are like, I guess.
Zeus came up once in the mirror. I was very, very unlucky that the last card, the last unknown card that he had was Imperm. So it was just unfortunate.
What about the access code? Did that come up at all?
The access code didn't come up.
Okay.
But it's I don't know if I'd cut it going further. And then the 2 Caesar is fine because like you can make 1. If they like half clear your board, you just make another.
Oh yeah, it's like game ending. Like dealing with 1's like okay, fine. Like the second one, that's like nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and then for the side deck, it's a pretty standard 3D barrier. This card's really, really good against like everything. Except
turn skip,
basically. 3 Eclipse. I sided this in once for cash. That was it, just for cash purely. 3 Bell. Respect branded lab. Just have to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the lab is super important.
This probably could be interchanged for something like Bistioles, but I think I had to respect lab a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
3 Thrust. This card's insane. Sided it almost every time. 1 Lightning Storm. 1. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what this card was.
Something else you were borrowing.
All right, this is the secret goo. This is the secret goo. The secret goo. And then I wanted to respect the mirror, and I also like this card a lot, but it's really, 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 really sucks when you open it.
Yeah.
Especially going first. So I sided this in a lot going second because it just helps clear boards quicker.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like when that card comes up, it feels like the best card in the entire deck. It feels like it almost feels unfair going from like that to an Anguish into like a Abominable or a Yama or something like that.
I actually had one game where I just needed to live, and he was playing just a bunch of Bistioles. So he had 5 monsters on board. He pops my chamber. I already had burned the Baron Negate off of Mourner, so I summon a Ruha from deck. He goes battle, swing at a Ruha, summon Sarama. And like my hand was terrible. I had this and Rakea both in hand. So he swings at a Ruha, that's fine. Summon Sarama swinging. Summon Rakea from hand. Rakea summon Disaster. He swings over the Disaster because he has a Titaniclad that's like 34 or something. Swings over that. Disaster. Summon back Sharbara. I block the last attack and I just live. I get to play.
I'm assuming you can just clear the board after that.
Exactly.
As long as you have a turn, that's all you really need, especially with him in the deck as well. Just clear everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
again, congratulations. I know you're going for Worlds points this year, so I know it's something that's like very exciting. So hopefully we'll see you in the Worlds playoff coming the next national season. I'm sure we'll see you around for more regionals and stuff like that. But yeah, again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll see more of you. Bye, guys.